Good day everybody. Today is the second session of the branchial apparatus or the pharyngeal apparatus. Now in the previous class I had discussed how the neck is developed from the branchial apparatus, which is nothing but the mesodermal thickening around the neck. And this mesodermal thickening, that is the 6 pharyngeal arches are there, out of which the 5th one completely disappears. And these pharyngeal arches do not develop in the same time. When the first, second arch develop, the others are absent, and ultimately in the later period of the 5th and 6th with time, you will see all the branchial arches or the pharyngeal arches appear. Now, you will know from the previous class, there are some derivatives of the branchial arches or the pharyngeal arches. Now, what are these derivatives? You will see, suppose this is the branchial arch, and within the branchial arch the mesoderm condenses and form the skeletal element. Apart from there is also the vascular element is there. You will see there are blood vessels, and not only the blood vessel, there are the nerves too. Now this branchial apparatus which I will show you yesterday, you will see in this branchial apparatus I have make it enlarged. You will see this is the enlarged portion of the branchial arches, and this is the cross-sectional view. Now the red color represents the first branchial arch, the yellow color represents the second one, the blue color represents the third one, and this orange color represents the fourth one, and the 5th one disappears, so last one persists, that is the green color arch. And you see between the two arches there is the ectodermal cleft. You see this thin layer ectoderm I will produce. Now this is the known as the pharyngeal cleft. The first cleft, second cleft, third cleft and the fourth cleft. You will see. Similarly, on the other aspect, that means within the developing pharynx, there is protrusion of the endoderm which I have represent here, that is the brown color. And this brown color, you see, it pouches out between the cleft and form the pharyngeal pouches. This is the first pharyngeal pouch, this is the second pharyngeal pouch, this is the third pharyngeal pouch, this is the fourth pharyngeal pouch. So, out of the remaining 5 branchial arches, you will see there are 4 pharyngeal pouches. Now, what are the mesodermal derivative? You will see in this first arch. Now, mesodermal derivatives, that means the mesoderm condenses in the middle portion, and this mesoderm in the first arch, which I had discussed already in the previous session, but again I recapitulate that this is known as the Meckel's cartilage. There is formation of the cartilage by condensation of the mesoderm, and actually the look of the cartilage, you will see, this is the look of the cartilage, actual look of the cartilage. So the cartilage is formed. Now what are the derivatives from the cartilage? You will see from the first arch, the derivatives are the mandible, the maxilla, the premaxilla situated actually that is the 4 incisor teeth, and behind is known as the premaxilla, zygomatic bone, and the part of the temporal bone is developed from this is the skeletal derivative of the first arch. Now the mesoderm around the skeletal derivative, this mesoderm actually forms the muscles. So what are the muscle derivatives? Actually these muscles also derived from the occipital myotome, and the first arch derivative is the muscles of mastication. What are the muscles of mastication? All of you know, because always we are taking meat, bones, everything crushed. So when you will see, when you are crushing the meat bone, you will see there is prominence of a muscle here which is known as the temporalis. The prominence here near the jaw, you will see, you clench your mouth and you will see the prominence of the masseter, and the 2 pterygoid muscle, that is actually you can move the mouth side to side, this way and this way. So all the muscles of mastication, not only the muscles of mastication, and you will see that muscles of the palate, the tensor veli palatini, and the other thing, the tensor tympani muscles, they are also the muscular derivative of the first arch. Next, as there is the muscle, and as I have told you that there is entry of the arterial arch, the first arch, and also the nerve enters into the first pharyngeal apparatus. Now in the first apparatus the nerve is 2, but in other pharyngeal elevation, the branchial apparatus or pharyngeal apparatus, only 1 nerve is present. Why there is a 2 nerve? They are named as the pre-traumatic nerve, another is known as the post-traumatic nerve. Trema means segment. So segmental nerve, here the pre-traumatic, you will see the first pre-traumatic nerve is the chorda tympani nerve, that is the branch of the facial, and the main nerve, the post-traumatic nerve, that is the mandibular nerve. That means mandibular nerve supplies all the muscles of mastication. So you will see this is the derivative of the first arch, and the skeletal element is known as the Meckel's cartilage, which is very much important in the examination, not only in the NEET examination also. Next, the second arch. You will see within the second arch, similarly there is the skeletal derivative, you will see there is the skeletal derivative, and this skeletal derivative is known as the Richard's cartilage. Now from these skeletal derivatives, you will see the small bone of the internal ear, that is the stapes, is developed. Not only that, there is a spike-like bone that arises from the temporal bone, and that is known as the spine. That spine is developed, that is a styloid process of the temporal bone that is developed from the second arch. Not only that, you see this is the hyoid bone. I will show you the hyoid bone. This is the body of the hyoid, and these are known as the greater cornu of the hyoid bone. So you will see the hyoid, the body of the hyoid, this is the greater cornu of the hyoid, and these two triangular elevation is known as the lesser cornu of the hyoid. So from the second arch there is the development also the upper part of the body of the hyoid and the lesser cornu of the hyoid bone. So this is the skeletal derivative, and you see the second arch, what are the muscle developed from the second arch. So you will see the muscle developed from the second arch, they are the muscles of facial expression. You know the muscles of facial expression, we always express ourselves, we laugh, we cry, we becomes annoyed, everything. We actually make our eyebrows contract, we will do this type of grimaces, everything is developed from this second branchial arch. And the nerve of the second branchial arch is known as the facial nerve. You know, all the muscles of the face are supplied by the facial nerve. It is muscles of the face are very delicate, but it is very expressive because it does not possess any deep fascia. So slightest expression you can understand. But in our time we say the examiner possesses the deep fascia in the mouth, because we cannot know how is our examination is given from visualizing the face of the examiner. So this is the, you will see the nerve supply is the facial nerve. The arterial supply from the second aortic arch, here there is from the first aortic arch. The first aortic arch gives rise to a artery which is known as the maxillary artery, which is situated in the region here, you will see during dissection, and that is situated below the zygomatic arch, which you can feel just in front of the auricle and extends up to the zygomatic bone here. So in this region you will get the maxillary artery. Now second arterial arch, all the arteries say disappears. Only a very small artery exists, and name of that artery is the stapedial artery. You know stapes, that is a very small bone. It is about 4 to 5 millimeter size bone, and this stapes is regulated by muscle which is known as the stapedius muscle, and that stapedius muscle is supplied by the artery of the second arch, that is the stapedial artery, and others portion are disappear. So you see how the stapedius is important small muscle, because it has got the dampening effect over the sound. You know which one is a beautiful sound, which one is a odd sound, and which one is a bomb blasting sound. All is regulated by the tuning action of the stapedius. Next, you see the third arch. The third arch here, you will see in this region what are the skeletal derivative of the third arch. The skeletal derivative of the third arch is lower part of the hyoid bone and the greater cornu of the hyoid bone. And here the only one muscle is there, that is known as the stylopharyngeus muscle. This is the longitudinal muscles of the pharynx. You know the other muscles are the circular muscles, and they fits as a cup one cupped within another. So this longitudinal muscle is the stylopharyngeus muscle. And what is the nerve supply of this third arch? The nerve is known as the glossopharyngeal or the ninth nerve. So you will see the mandibular nerve, the first arch, that is the derivative of the fifth cranial nerve, the second arch, the seventh cranial nerve. In the third arch there is the ninth cranial nerve, the glossopharyngeal nerve.